Let's take a look at the Impala library in action. As I mentioned during the previous movie, in the Cloudera Hadoop distribution, Impala is installed by default. So you can see that by clicking on the query editor, and you can see both Hive and Impala. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just compare using a data sample that I uploaded. And I wanted to show you the process of that as well. So I'm going to go into the data browser to the Metastore tables, and you'll see that I have 3 tables. So in preparation for this demonstration, I uploaded a demo table, and I'll show you where I got that from. So if you go into the samples, you go into the data sets, there is a zip file, median income by zip code census. If you right-click and unzip that, then you'll see 3 files here, 2 text files and a CSV. And if I go to this CSV and I say open with Emacs, you'll see that it's just a comma-delimited file with some zip code information. Perfect for what we want to do. And it has column headers as well. So in order to upload that, which I've already done, you would create a new table from file, call it demo, and then you would give it some optional information. And then you'd navigate out and you'd click upload a file. And then you'd select this CSV file and click open. I've already done that, so I'll just go ahead and close that out. But if you want to follow along with me. So now I'm going to go back up. And I'm going to go to the data browser and the Metastore tables. And after you do that, if you're going to query with Hive, you can query immediately. If you're going to query with Impala, you have to go to the Impala prompt, and then you have to say invalidate metadata. And I think that should be, no, I guess it didn't save it. But you just type invalidate metadata, and then you go back to the data browser and make sure that you see demo. If you don't, sometimes it takes a minute or 2. You might want to try it again. And then just if you want to take a look, here's the data, and you can see a sample, so it's 4 columns. Now, if we want to query this, I want to contrast Hive and Impala. So let me go over to the query editor for Hive, and you can see I have demo, so I have select star from demo. I'm going to go ahead and click execute. Now, because I've queried this previously, it came back pretty quickly because it was actually cached. But the first time that I queried it, let me go back to the log here. It ran a MapReduce job, even though that's not showing there. So let me actually query slightly differently so it will run a more complicated job. And let me run this. And here the job's running. And you can see the job up here if you want to see the status as well. And there the map and the reduce are running. And there are my results. Now let's contrast this with Impala. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go to the Impala editor. And you can see my table is there. And here I'm pasting in that same query. I'm going to click execute. And see how fast it came back? It's a completely different query process. Again, we can click on explain, and you can see it just did a quick scan of the single partition. No mappers, no reducers, all running in memory. So if I subsequently execute this, it will be actually even faster because it will be cached in terms of the execution plan along with the data being available in memory. So you can see in looking at this why there's so much interest in in-memory type of access, because you are able to query with SQL language and you get near interactive results.